Hi, my name is Kym Wroble. I'm your Waterfront Hy-Vee dietitian, and today I would like to show you a few simple holiday ideas using Greek yogurt. To start with, Greek yogurt is nutritious. It's beneficial because it can have up to 2 to 3 times the protein of regular yogurt, and if you buy the non-fat version, it's obviously fat-free. Texture-wise, it's going to be very similar to a sour cream or a cream cheese, and so you can use it in recipes in place of cream cheese or sour cream to save some calories and save some fat grams. So the first thing we're going to do today is make a roasted mushroom and fennel appetizer that we're going to spread on top of crostini. We'll make some crostini out of our bakery's baking stone bread, the whole grain variety. But first what we need to do is I'd like to show you how to take care of fennel. This guy, although it looks kind of scary, is very simple to prepare. Simply cut off the edge like you would an onion. And you can also cut off the top part. These guys are called fennel fronds, and you can actually use this as a garnish. It will have a slight fennel flavor. And if you've never had fennel, it has kind of an anise flavor, which is very similar to black licorice. We're gonna set that part aside, and today we're just gonna work with the base. So inside here, this core, it's a tough core, so you want to remove it. Just slice it down like you would an onion. And simply with your knife, just kind of cut a V shape in the middle and pull the middle, the woody middle part out. We'll do that with both sides and with both pieces of fennel. And then we're simply going to slice it somewhat thinly like we would an onion. And once we have both of them sliced, we'll mix it here with about 1 pound of mushrooms. And I'm also going to throw in some extra virgin olive oil, about 2 to 3 tablespoons, toss it together, and also just a pinch of sugar, about a 1/4 teaspoon for the entire recipe. And that's going to bring out the natural sugars of the fennel, which will caramelize once we toss it into the oven to roast. Just a dash of salt. And spread this on my baking sheet in a single layer. You may need to split it between 2 baking sheets. And put it in a high temperature oven, about 425, for 15 or 20 minutes until you start to see the edges of the fennel caramelize, and the mushrooms will be nice and brown. Okay, so to make the base or the spread part of our fennel and mushroom crostini, we need to caramelize or roast some garlic. To do that, just cut off the top, roughly 1/3 of your head of garlic. Peel away the outer layers. And you've exposed the top of the garlic. And with a sheet of aluminum foil, just drizzle about a tablespoon to a teaspoon of olive oil, a little bit of salt, wrap it up nice and tight around the edges, and throw that in the oven and let it roast for a half hour, 45 minutes until you're able to squeeze it and it's nice and soft. That's going to tame some of the bite of garlic, and we know garlic is a super nutritious food. The same components that make it taste like garlic, those sulfur compounds, are also really beneficial in protecting our bodies against cancer. So now I have a fully cooked roasted garlic head, and you can see it kind of started to caramelize there. To get this out of here, all you do is squeeze it upside down. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the Greek yogurt and mash that all up together. With just a small drizzle of olive oil and a little bit more salt. And now I have my roasted garlic spread. To make our crostini are simply toasted pieces of bread. I'm going to use the small loaf here, but I did bring in the larger size of our baking stone whole grain bread. This is bread that we make from scratch here at the store level. And again, crostini are simply toasted bread slices. So we're going to cut our loaf, and you can use any type of good quality bread for this. Of course, the whole grains are going to be a little healthier for you. And you can simply put these on a baking sheet. Spray the tops with some non-stick spray or drizzle a little olive oil in the oven and bake that at about 350 until the bottoms get slightly crisp, and we will be ready to go with the rest of our appetizer. Okay, for our roasted fennel and mushroom appetizer, we have our toasted bread here, our crostini bases. We have our caramelized fennel and mushrooms, our Greek yogurt spread that we put roasted garlic in, and a little lemon zest, and this is optional. You could also add a little Parmesan cheese. This is a nice variety. This is a raspberry flavored version. Doesn't add a strong raspberry flavor, but rather more of just a light fruity note. So to simply assemble these, we're just going to take a little bit of the cream cheese-like spread on the bottom, and then put a few of our nice caramelized mushrooms and fennel on top. And we'll assemble all of these. And you could add shavings of that Parmesan on top if you want, or you can just serve it this way. And you could also add a little fresh lemon zest to brighten up the flavor. Again, purely optional, but it does help brighten it up, and it also adds a nice garnish. Okay, so now we have our fully assembled crostini appetizers. Simple, easy, low in fat, and it's a savory way to use Greek yogurt.